27 teams, 21 cities, over 200 games, one T20 national champion. A new era of American cricket starts now. The inaugural Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sling takes place nationwide this summer. Watch live on Willow.tv. Toyota Minor League Cricket, brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Presented by Sling TV, home of Desi Entertainment and Cricket.
Hello, hello. Morning, folks. Welcome to the beautiful McKinney Field here in McKinney, suburbs of Dallas, Texas. Game 2, Mustangs versus St. Louis. First over, Mustangs having lost the toss. St. Louis decided to bat. Bud Cockley starting proceedings for Mustangs. Over number 1. Batsman on strike. Ankit on strike. Shot and length outside the off stump. Batsman not hesitating on that and slashing it hard to the backward point region for 4 runs. Bet it's a big confidence booster for Ankit, and that's exactly what the St. Louis team, I'm sure, was looking forward to. Play with a little aggression. Had a great outing yesterday, having scored 183, which was always an imposing total. Mustangs unable to get to that target. But coming in on his 4th ball, bowling to Ankit. Short and length, trying to pull it towards square, didn't quite time it. Square leg fielder, not wasting any time, running in to try and stop that single. So again, St. Louis winning the toss and electing to bat. Obviously, the formula worked really well for them yesterday, hoping to emulate and repeat that performance from yesterday. Beautiful ball there, playing it straight into the mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket fielder. Adnan, the fielder. Mustangs starting with a bang, getting their first wicket over number 1. Ankit caught, Adnan bowled, but that's exactly the breakthrough I'm sure the Mustangs team was looking forward to. Getting a wicket in the first over. Sort of a good length ball coming in to the stumps. Ankit tried to pull that, play it with the pace, but good field setting there. But pretty much, wanting him to play that shot, I'm assuming that was a setup, playing straight into the hands of the waiting mid-wicket fielder, Adnan Haroon. Great start for the Mustangs. And with that, bringing in the number 3 spot, the batsman. Jay Singh, the new batsman in. SSJ, the new batsman in, but bowling his sixth ball. Straight it down. Wide outside the off stump. Rightfully called for a wide. Still trying to settle, get into a rhythm. Extras do matter. Kind of becomes important that the Mustangs team tries and actually control extras through wides and no balls. A wide again, way outside the off stump. No hesitation on the umpire's side, calling it a wide. I think that's keeping up that pressure is important. Giving away extras is definitely not something the Mustangs team would want to do, especially given that he's a new batsman. What a ball, shuffling way across the line. Ball hitting the leg stump. A beautiful ball bowled by Butt, especially given that he bowled two wides prior to that. What a great comeback ball. The batsman shuffling way too much across the line. Looked pretty predetermined, like he wanted to play that on the onside towards the long on or mid-wicket region. Didn't quite work. That's a wonderful start here for the Mustangs team. I guess end of the day, those two extras still worth it. If the wickets follow through, I'm sure any team captain would readily take that. Great bowling, 2 wickets with that, the end of first over. St. Louis, 6 for the loss of 2 wickets. Not the kind of start I'm sure they were looking forward to, but definitely very positive for the Mustangs team. Beautiful day here at McKinney, outskirts of Dallas. Second game, the Mustangs versus St. Louis, a back-to-back schedule. The Mustangs having lost the game yesterday to St. Louis. St. Louis did a remarkable job. Definitely seemed to be in control and posted a very good total of 183 runs. And the Mustangs were all out for about 150, something close to 160. It's a big win for them. Obviously, day 2, starting from scratch. So far, the Mustangs seem to have gotten to a great start. Starting over number 2, the skipper himself, Nosh Kenjige, Team USA, left arm spinner. Slight change based on yesterday's strategy rather than bringing in a pace attack. The skipper deciding to take it on himself. Wonderful start, great first ball, outside the off stump. Batsman watchfully letting it go. A heave, didn't quite time it. Played it towards wideish mid-wicket. 1 run. New batsman in Dhruv, coming in at number 4. Had a pretty good innings yesterday. Good line, good length. Dhruv rightfully getting in behind the ball, playing it watchfully. Back to the bowler. Through one strike. Nosh, this third ball. Good looking on drive. Looked very comfortable. A fuller length delivery, playing it towards long on. Straying it down the leg side. Jay taking full advantage of that weak delivery, playing it towards long leg for 4 runs. Very controlled shot. Played it very comfortably for 4 runs. I think it's key, trying to keep the pressure on and not leak runs. Good comeback delivery. Back on the stumps. Good length. And with that, completion of over number 2. Score 12 for the loss of 2 wickets. Fairly comfortable morning. Not as warm as yesterday. Probably in the upper 80s. Expected to be around mid-90s as we get towards later in the afternoon. Very typical Dallas weather. Bud Cockley coming in for his second over number 3. Slightly windy. It'll be interesting to see how the bowlers sort of try and leverage the wind the best they can. Batting with the wind is always going to be an advantage, hence more the reason that you have more discipline with your bowling, not bowling too full. Boundaries about 65 to 70 yards. So with the wind, shouldn't really be an issue clearing the boundary for a 6. More the reason for the bowlers to kind of think hard, focus on a good line and length with some variation. I'm sure yesterday probably provided a lot of insights to both teams in terms of how to strategize, take advantage of the windy conditions, and plan accordingly. I think St. Louis did a remarkable job playing on that end. The skipper, a wonderful innings again, a chanceless 86. Took full advantage of the windy conditions. Good ball, short in length. Outside the off stump, good carry there. But no stranger when it comes to pace bowling, generates a lot of pace. The word is, there was a time in Australia where he was reportedly the second fastest after Brett Lee. And incoming shortish in length ball coming into the batsman. Batsman trying to shuffle, trying to play towards mid-on, then quite middle of the ball, hitting his pads. But initial bowling does appear to get the ball, move both sides. The outswinging delivery, and then the occasional the one coming in. And that's exactly the one that he got his second wicket. Incoming delivery, clean bowling the batsman. A wonderful ball there, good length, outside the off stump. Great carry. That's the line and length I'm sure he would want to focus on. The batsman doing the right thing, just waiting, watching it very closely, and letting it go, shouldering the ball to the keeper. Given that it's the third over, not a bad choice. You want to definitely be able to get your eye in and then be able to go after the bowling. Beautiful delivery again, tempting him to drive on the up. A good length delivery outside the off stump. Swinging outside. Great spot, great line. 4 dot balls in a row. Wonderful bowling there by Bud. That's exactly what he's known for. Trying to tempt the batsman to get him to drive on the up. Not timing it, but not connecting it. Beautiful delivery again. Slight changes there in the field. Mid on, mid wicket, short fine leg, backward point gully, point, cover, mid off, and a sweeper cover. Great ball again. 5th dot ball in a row. Bowling in on the stumps, slightly incoming. Batsman doing a great job getting behind the line of the ball, playing it watchfully back to the bowler. Dhruv looking good. Very compact. A fuller length delivery. Juicy half volley. And that's a maiden over. Excellent bowling there by Bud Cockley. That's exactly what he was hoping to do. And I'm sure the skipper, Nosh, very happy with both his overs so far. Excellent bowling, great line and length, terrific discipline there. It's important for the Mustangs team to keep that pressure on. Let the batsman commit and hopefully make some mistakes. But in the meantime, the St. Louis team, not a bad approach. Absolutely no reason to take chances, play risky shots. Trying to abide some time. Finish off with 2-3 overs, 4 overs maybe. Get their confidence up. Wait for the bad balls. And then go after the bowlers. Wickets are premium, so it makes sense. A more cautious and guarded approach being taken by them. Change in bowling. Waqas, right arm off spinner, coming in place of the skipper Nosh. Very handy off spin bowler. Batsman bats pretty up in the order, typically opens the innings. Very handy with his bowling as well, off breaks. Slight disruption here. Looks like the wind conditions not helping with the bails. Umpires trying to figure out the best path forward there. Again, a wonderful start here to the minor league championship. First formal championship here in the USA. 27 teams competing across various cities. Wonderful start to the season. Some great performances from teams across the country. A lot of ways creating history. The first formal league kicking off in the USA. Huge initiative. Shout out here to the Visionaries minor league cricket team, the entire team, for putting up such a wonderful concept. Making sure the strategy was fully accounted for in terms of the operational side of things. Generating the level of interest, the hype, the quality. I mean, it is remarkable, although it's still a long ways to go in the season, just by gauging what we were able to experience in the last 2 weekends. Terrific progress, great job by the team. Hats off to the entire team for putting in such a wonderful tournament together. I bet it has indeed been countless hours behind the scenes to make this a reality, and the execution has been flawless so far. Right, with that slight disruption, play about to proceed. Wakash bowling his first over. Great start. Exactly the line and length one would want to hit. Bowling outside the off stump. Mihir, the U.S. under-19 keeper, doing a great job collecting it. Excellent ball again. Slightly quickish delivery, not giving much room for the batsman. Sort of forcing him to kind of get behind the ball. Play cautiously. Slight discussion there. The umpires, not sure what the discussion or a free hit, a no ball. I believe it's because the keeper collecting the ball in front of the stumps. Very unusual. Regardless, it's a rule. So free hit. What's the batsman going to do? Beautiful ball there. Wide-ish. Outside the off stump. Good length delivery. Batsman trying to go after, actually heaving. Obviously, a free hit, so trying to take full advantage of the delivery. Immaterial of the line and length. Didn't quite connect. Ended up not getting a run. Slight change in the field. On the onside, a square leg being brought in. Again, a beautiful ball there. Terrific line and length. Great discipline there by Waqas. Key is going to be consistency. Two balls to go. And a stop. Trying to block the ball. Playing it towards short mid-wicket. No chance for a single. Great start there by Waqas. Bowling the fourth over. Slightly shortish in length. Batsman stepping on the back foot. Playing the ball towards wideish mid-off cover region. Getting a single. Very comfortable single. And with that, the end of over number 4. The score 14 for the loss of 2 wickets. 4 overs. Those of you joining in late, St. Louis won the toss and deciding to bat. Lost 2 wickets. Over number 2, Bert Cockley, the bowler, doing the damage. 2 beautiful deliveries. One caught behind. And then the second one, clean bowling the batsman with a beautiful incoming delivery. Spraying the ball down the leg. Generating some good amount of pace, but doesn't quite matter if you're leaking those extras. It's all about consistency. It's all about bowling, trying to bring in a certain level of discipline to your bowling. Absolutely have to avoid extra runs. This time going way outside the off stump. Rightfully being called a wide. And it's pretty tough, just in the defense of the bowler. Pretty heavy windy conditions. Wind seems to have picked up some momentum in the last 15-20 minutes. So one can imagine, not easy bowling under these conditions. A huge hit and a massive six. Going past the road, the main road. Perhaps 80 yards at least. Doing a great job, Surjit, picking up a huge six, a fullish length delivery, connecting it beautifully, comfortably crossing the boundary. As I pointed out earlier, boundary is about 65, 70 yards. This was easily about 80, 85 yards. Wide ball. Obviously trying to control his. The line appears to be good. It's the length, really. The previous ball that went for a six was a foolish delivery. So Bud trying to make corrections there. Trying to pull it to touch. But it's the line. Wasn't quite what he was expecting it to be. Full ball and another beautiful shot to the extra cover region. Waiting for the umpire's signal if that was a boundary or a six. Umpire confirming that was a four. Very confident, beautiful, comfortable looking shot there. And that was Surjit again. A beautiful six and then followed by a boundary in the cover region. Very confident, comfortable looking shot. That's absolutely, I think I can probably speak what's going on in his mind. The idea being playing an over or two. He's trying to get his eye in and then go after the bowling. And that's exactly what it appears to be so far. Going after, but over number 5 with a massive six, the long off region, and then getting a beautiful boundary in the extra cover region. Two great shots there by Surjit. Slight disruption there again on the field. The wind conditions causing issues with the stumps. I mean, mainly the bails. Hence, decision to swap, bring in a new set of stumps. Umpires quickly trying to take control of the situation and get the game going as quickly as possible. Umpires today, Samir Bandarkar, a renowned international umpire. The batting side umpire currently, and Parthav, another local talent, being the main umpire. Aziz Sowell, another wonderful local talent, the official third umpire for today's proceedings. A no ball called, overstepping. Not quite the over, but is looking forward to, or was looking forward to. A free hit. Did get a single, Surjit, on that no ball, which brings Dhruv on strike. A nice, good, shortish length delivery Going way over the stumps, but not high enough to be judged a wide. Good comeback there by Burt. Excellent delivery. Shot in length, getting good lift. A great carry to the keeper, Mihir. A half volley. Didn't quite convert. Played an off drive. The skipper doing a great job diving to his right and stopping that potential single. Good ball there again from Burt. Perhaps pulling it a touch could be extremely helpful. A good ball regardless. Another beautiful looking cover drive. A full length delivery, a half volley, playing straight to the short cover region. Extra cover. Nosh Kenjige, the skipper, doing a great job stopping that single. Dhruv, the batsman on strike. A beautiful shot. Shortish pitch delivery, bowling it outside the off stump, giving the batsman too much width. Dhruv done a wonderful job controlling that shot, keeping it down, and a powerful slash to the point, backward point region for 4 well-deserved runs. "19 runs from that over number 5. Not quite the over, but I'm sure was looking forward to. A wonderful over there for the St. Louis team. A 6 and 2 boundaries, a no ball, and 2 runs, I believe. Very productive over for the St. Louis team. That's the kind of overs I'm sure they would be looking forward to. With that completion of 5 overs, the score 33 for the loss of 2 wickets. Both wickets going into Burt Cockley. Waqas continuing with his second over number 6. An appeal there for stumping. The leg umpire not interested. Beautiful delivery, a fullish length delivery. Looking to drive towards the mid-off. Fielder didn't quite get a hold of the ball. The shortest length delivery, playing it on the back foot. A wonderful stop there for Raymond Dar. Another exceptional fielder. Easily stopped a potential boundary there. Diving, making a magnificent effort there, diving to his right and stopping that potential boundary. Ended up giving a single. Great fielding effort there for Rahman. A fullish length ball. And a wonderful 6. A beautiful 6. I mean, keep in mind, that's playing against the wind. But didn't quite matter. Didn't quite matter to him. Connected it beautifully. The middle of the bat. Clearly or easily clearing the boundary there at long off. Looks really good. Very comfortable at the moment. Good length ball. Playing cautiously, trying to steal a single Wakash quickly reacting to try and stop that. Very successful in being able to do that. Beautiful ball there. Good length outside the off stump. The last ball for the power play. Great delivery, getting an outside edge. Comfortable single in the end. Sujit looking extremely good. And that's over. End of over number 6. The score 42 for the loss of 2 wickets. Good batting there. Sujit looking extremely good. I mean, it's amazing just looking at his personality, his physical attributes, not really on the larger side, but the amount of pace, and he's still able to generate through his timing and his ability to pick the balls, clear the boundaries so comfortably. Simply amazing. To be able to time the ball and be able to comfortably hit it for a 6 or a boundary, that is sheer pure talent. Good. Interesting that Butt going in for his 4th over. Good start to the 4th over. Good length ball. Sujit trying to drive it hard towards mid-on, whitish mid-on. Not able to get a single. A huge 6. Amazing shot there by Sujit. Good length ball, getting in line, timing it so beautifully. Looked very similar to that previous 6. Landing in pretty much the same spot. Gets into the residential backyard, the house. Easily about 80 yards. Amazing timing. A wonderful 6 there by Sujit. What a hit. Real treat to watch him bat. Luckily, we did have access to the backyard through the fence. Glad the team was able to retrieve the ball. I'm sure the umpires will want to check the ball to kind of see what kind of damage Sujit may have imposed on it. Landed straight on the main road. Yes, the wind, I'm sure, did help. But then, hate to take away the fact that it was the timing and his ability to comfortably clear the boundary. Amazing hitting here from Sujit. Wonderful display. Top quality batting. Another heave going towards third man, landing short of the fielder. Good effort there, end of the day. Didn't quite get a hold of the ball. Taking an outside edge. The third midfielder being a little wide. Did make a brilliant effort though. Appeared to make up some good ground there, but eventually wasn't quite able to get to the ball. Great effort though. Surjit's made his intentions clear. He wants to go after the bowling. What a delivery there from Burt. A beautiful ball. Good length outside the off stump. Swinging away slightly. That's exactly the line and length he'll probably want to focus on the next couple of deliveries. Anything fuller in length, Surjit has made it very clear what he's going to be thinking. Wanting batsman not quite ready. No, you're good, you're good. You're good. Slight disruption there. Now it's for him. You're getting But's kid getting in the way in front of the side screen. Just a little light moment there. An appeal for LBW, ball going down the legs. Umpire convinced. Not hitting the stumps. Rightfully ruling against the appeal. With that, bringing Dhruv on strike. It's pretty much been Surjit doing the damage and Dhruv doing the right thing, rotating the strike and bringing Surjit to face most of the deliveries. A heave there, didn't quite time it. Nevertheless, 4 runs. Ball bowled outside the off stump, shot in length. Dhruv trying to play towards covers point, edging it for 4 runs to the third man region. And that concludes Burt's spell of 4 overs. 2 important wickets. Bowled pretty decent, but I'm sure could have been better. And with that conclusion of over number 7, the score 55 for the loss of 2 wickets. Surjit batting on. Batting on 30. There you go, Surjit again. Boy, don't worry about the wind. The wind doesn't matter. It could be 100 miles an hour as far as the wind goes, but it doesn't matter for Surjit. He is in such a mood today. He's doing his bat, do all the talking. Incredible 6 towards whitish, long off region. Beautiful hit there. Wow. It's a Surjit show, ladies and gentlemen. All about Surjit single-handedly going after the bowlers. Another huge 6 to the mid-wicket region. Amazing, amazing batting display. Taking him to 46. Great display of batting. I bet the St. Louis team is very excited about his performance. Much better ball there. Fullish, almost Yorker length. Going to square leg, deep square leg. A single. Be interesting to see what Dhruv's going to do. Rotate. Try and emulate his partner. And what's Nosh going to do, the skipper? Beautiful ball. That's the length I'm sure Nosh would want to be bowling to the batsman. Dhruv doing the right thing, though. Not taking any chances. Smart thing to do. As they say, the best seat the ground is on the non-striker's end. Rotate, rotate, rotate. White ball, bowling slightly outside the off stump, but I would understand why Nosh would want to do that, not wanting to give full ball on the stumps. Oh my God. And that's 50 up, ladies and gentlemen, for Surjit. If there was a 12 run in cricket, I think that would have qualified. Not exaggerating. That was a brilliant six there. 50 off 29 balls. Excellent batting display there by Surjit. A huge six, a monster six. Amazing, amazing form right now. Nothing's impossible for him. Excellent 50, fantastic 50. Great comeback ball there by Nosh. Great going there for the St. Louis team. Conclusion of 8th over. The score 76, still for the loss of 2 wickets.
It's the end of 8 overs. St. Louis are 76 for 2 with a change in bowling from the north end. Burt has completed his spell of 4 overs for the match. The Mustangs are going to go with Adnan from this end of the field. He will be bowling against the wind. That'll give the batsman to go with the wind. Good ball on the stumps, watchfully played by the batsman. Unlike last game yesterday, St. Louis have taken the attack to the Mustangs early in this game. They're going at well over 9 runs and over right now. Played to sweep a cover for a single by throw. Sujit on strike now. Let's see how Adnan attacks him. Played to deep mid wicket where Rahman fields it, throws it back to the keeper. The batsmen get a single for that. That was a missed stumping chance by the Mustangs. The batsman advancing outside the crease. And they scamper through for 2 runs. Those were given as runs, so I assume there was an inside edge. Dhruv trying to take the bowler on, try to hit him over mid wicket. Was unable to connect on this ball. Does the same, attempts the same thing again this time and is able to connect. Goes over mid wicket for 6 runs. That's the end of the over from Adnan. And St. Louis are
We got Ali Sheikh who's going to be joining. Good morning, Sai. Beautiful day. Yeah.
beautiful day for cricket. Definitely. A little windy, but a beautiful day for cricket nonetheless.
So, Mustangs in a slight bother. Very well bowled by Ali Sheikh. Good one to begin with. Nice shot. Put it in short over there. Asking to be hit. Batsman had no hesitation in pulling it over deep backward square leg. Beautifully timed. Surjit is having a fabulous day today. And the other end, Dhruv is giving him a very good stand, just picking up the odd single and rotating the strike. Another one pulled away. So Sai, the St. Louis Americans are on a roll right now. So what do you think is a possibility? What's going on? Are they in a mindset where they have the upper hand? They won the game yesterday. Is it more of a mental game? What do you think, Sai?
Obviously, they're carrying a lot of confidence coming into this game. They paced their innings yesterday and then launched into the Mustangs in the later part of their innings. And this time they started off watchfully with Bird taking 2 wickets in his over, but then have been growing in confidence with Surjit just taking on the bowling. Exactly. The Mustangs will have to regroup in the break, kind of come up with a better plan to contain and stifle the runs probably, to see if that's going to give them a better chance.
Inside edge, and the batsman did not know where the ball was. Even the keeper landed up in short third man. Ali Sheikh, one of the brightest prospects in the country. Another beautiful shot, this time in the gap for another boundary. Very well played. So Sai, you've been watching the game. I just joined late. So Bert had a pretty good first over. Then the second was a maiden, and third he got hit. And the fourth over, what was the rationale or the thinking to continue for the fourth over? Any thoughts on that side?
So that's a good question. I feel like I've seen the Mustangs play last week and this week, and it looks like the first two games of this tournament, the Mustangs had Bird bowling 3-over spells to open the innings, and then he came back at the end. But each time he proved expensive in the final over of his spell. But this time, probably the logic was to see if they can get Bird to bowl 4 overs on the trot and try and finish up and kind of take any momentum he might have from the beginning of the innings and just kind of get through it at the beginning and have some other bowling options to kind of help out at the end of the innings.
Meanwhile, thank you very much. Meanwhile, Adnan bowled a pretty good ball and keeping the batsman tight. And very well done. Good length ball. Straight to the fielder. Nosh. Shot extra cover, saving the single. Adnan doing really well. He's been a pick of the bowlers even yesterday. How was that? Yes! Caught behind. Very well bowled. Adnan gets finally the breakthrough which Mustangs were looking for. Very well bowled. Caught behind. Easy catch. Behind to the keeper. Excellent. So, Sai, that's the breakthrough where Mustangs were looking for, and they got that breakthrough. I think now they're going to be back into the game. Magnificent bowling by Adnan. He's keeping it really, really tight, and he kept the batsman under leash, and so that put the pressure back on the batsman, and they tried to do something extra and got the caught behind. So your thoughts, Sai?
Definitely, you could see that Surjit was itching to take on the bowling. He had 2 dot balls. Adnan was keeping it tight from this end, and he tried to launch this ball again straight over the bowler's head, got another edge, and Mihir did well. Mihir did well to stay low and take the catch. Now that Surjit is gone, we have the hero from last game, from yesterday's game, who scored an unbeaten 87, who's coming into the middle now. It'll be interesting to see how he paces his innings today. He did really well to kind of start off slow, get a gauge of the team and the pitch and what the bowling was all about. And now that he has a good idea, it'll be interesting to see how he takes on and if he's going to go into attack mode right from the beginning, or if he's going to try and play himself in again just like yesterday.
Thank you. Very good thoughts. And that was a very good catch. Low and very well done by Mihir and well bowled by Adnan. What a break. This is the break they're looking for. Jacob, as he played a magnificent innings yesterday, and Mustangs really looking to break this partnership and get back into the game. Here's Adnan, bowls well driven into the gap, and gets to the boundary. Very well placed. Not only the shot was very well played, but it was timed well and was in the gap. So he knows exactly where the fielders are. So it was between cover and long off. Again, Jacobas is looking at the field. down the leg side. Very well done by Mihir. Good hustle and very well done, Adnan. Good comeback. As some of the only 4 runs in this over. Sai, Sai, that 2 dot balls gets a wicket, another dot ball, and a very good boundary. So Adnan has put the pressure back onto onto the St. Louis Americans. Okay, 106 for of how many overs? 106 for 11 of 11 overs, 3 wickets down. We have a little bit of a technical glitch with the scoreboard is not updating, but thank you everybody who's watching, and we really want to thank our minor league sponsors Toyota and Sling TV for sponsoring this event. Bowling change. Wakas and well bowled down on the leg side. Good fielding by Ali Sheikh, but they already picked up 2. Wakas has also bowled well, Sai, yesterday. He had them on a tight leash as well.
Felt like the spinners did a good job yesterday for the Mustangs, keeping the scoring rate really down. They're trying to do the same thing today. Adnan has bowled 2 overs, has really kept the batsmen quiet. Wakas into his 3rd over, I think, and he's done really well to keep the scoring contained.
Check.
Exactly.
Yeah, so a single down to sweeper cover. Jacob was the man, the hero from yesterday's game. A little bit of a fielding change. Bert moved to the other side to the square leg umpire. Nosh making all the changes. Jacob was taking his own time now. Actually, Bert has been moved to short mid wicket. So there is a entire vacant space behind the keeper on the leg side. I think most probably intentional. Very well fielded by Rohan. Excellent fielding at point. Yes, you had something to say?
Yeah, looking at the field, it looks like Wakas will try and keep the balls slightly outside of the off stump, not giving the batsman any chance to shuffle and play it on the leg side. Bird moved back to square leg, and then the batsman promptly put it in the gap where he was before to mid wicket, and the batsman crossover for a single.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do is put a little bit of doubt in the batsman's mind. They're swapping Bird between behind the square leg to short mid wicket. So the batsman must be thinking, hey, should I be playing it behind the square leg umpire, or should I be playing it in between the mid wicket and the mid on area? So when you have the batsman thinking, oh, what a beautiful fielding on his follow through by Wakas. So when you have the batsman thinking, that's when they're not sure which shot to go with. That's a clever ploy by Wakas.
Exactly. Trying to give the batsman a little bit of indecision. It only takes a split second of indecision for you to make a mistake, and that's probably what the Mustangs are hoping to induce from the batters. That's the end of the over.
110 of 12 overs, 3 wickets down. Aziz Bhai, thank you very much, and Petson, thank you very much, our scorers who've been updating us, although we've been having a little bit of a technical issue as far as the scoreboard not being updated. So thank you very much. And Sai, minor league has created a magnificent platform for folks to exhibit their talent and their skills and their competency. What do you think?
Definitely, it's a great platform for cricketers of all backgrounds to come in and showcase their talents. It's an excellent initiative from USA Cricket and ACE, who've put in a lot of groundwork to get this off the ground, and the results are already showing so far. We are in the second week of the tournament.
Adnan to continue, and this time beautifully timed and very well played on the offside. Very nice shot, and very well timed. And one of the fielders is going and picking up the ball. So Sai, yeah, I know AS and Willow have done a fabulous job to bring minor league a platform for not only the youth cricketers, but now cricket has been pretty popular in the leagues over here all over North America, including Canada. But now this is a platform where they can, show their talent. So Adnan is back. Sai, with the way the batsmen are hitting, Adnan back into, yeah, very well played. Well, that's a clever shot. Shuffled a little bit on the offside and picked it down the leg side for a couple. So, do you think, Sai, a slip is warranted at this stage of the game?
I don't think so, and rightly so. They've taken the slip off and they've put a short fine leg now. It's interesting because the batsmen are putting a lot of doubts into the bowlers' minds as well. It's a game of cat and mouse that's going on. Dhruv launches it, kind of swipes it across picks the ball up from outside the off stump and gets it down to long on for a single to Remandar. Very well bowled by Adnan. Keeps it wicket to wicket, and Jacob just pats it down into the offside.
Very, very. He's keeping it. He's not coming under pressure. That Jacob had a brilliant innings yesterday. So Adnan is under no pressure at all. Very well bowled again. Good job by keeper Mihir. Runs, picks it up. When the keeper is hustling, the batsmen are in two minds whether to pick up the single or the double. Now, what are the bowling options you have as far as for Mustangs is concerned while we go and check the score by Aziz Bhai? Aziz Bhai, can you give us the latest and greatest, please? Thirteen overs gone, 120 for 3 for folks who are unable to watch the score live. It's 13 overs gone, 120 for 3. So Sai, what are the other bowling options you think Mustangs has?
So Nosh still has about, I think, 2 overs left. Waqas is into his third over now. Adnan has bowled 3 overs, and Ali Sheikh has only bowled 1 over so far. And obviously Bert has completed his spell, so there are at least a few overs left, and I feel like going at this point.
Yeah, I think Waqas bowling well. What they are doing is after the wicket of Surjit, the run rate has definitely come down. Both Waqas and Adnan have been doing a very good job keeping the batsman quiet, and especially if you look at this over also, they've been only singles. They've not been any big hits. So let's see, Waqas from the fire end to plays it down to long on for a single. Ali Sheikh is the fielder. As I mentioned, Ali Sheikh, a great prospect, under 19, represented USA and also part of the under 19 team this year. Down the leg side, again well bowled by Waqas. He's bowling really well. That was an interesting throw from Ryan Khan. Single. And creates a gap this time, and he found the gap. That's 4 runs. Nice shot. One more ball to go in this over. Wakas was doing well up to this point of time, and but Dhruv picked the gap, just moved a little away from the stumps, and put it beautifully in the gaps. In the gap. Just a single down to long on. That should end the over. So, Sai, I'm going to put you on the spot. What do you think would be the score at the end of 20 overs?
So, St. Louis are 129 for 3 at the end of 14 overs.
What's your prediction?
They were about 107 for 3 in 15 overs yesterday evening, and they ended up with 182 runs. It'll be interesting. I feel they're looking at around a score of 185 to 190, just the way they've set themselves up. And looking at the batsmen who are at the crease and what they've done yesterday, I think 185 to 190 is something that they're probably looking at as a realistic target right now.
Thank you, Sai. So, Adnan is back in the attack. Way down the offside. A wide declared by the umpire. Adnan bowls, tries to pull it down the leg side. Very well bowled. Short ball though, and Dhruv must be thinking, hey, I missed a good opportunity. Local crowd supporting the Irving Mustangs. We have a lot of good support from the North Texas Cricket Association over here, and a lot of other players who are here to support the team. That's a catch. High in the air. Nosh under it. Takes it. Very well done. Excellent. Adnan back into. Takes another well-deserved wicket. Sai, your thoughts on that?
Again, Adnan was stifling Dhruv, and I feel like they were ready to launch. He saw the ball kind of pitch up and right in the slot for him. Tried to heave it again down the ground. Only managed an edge that went straight to the fielder at covers, Nosh, who's an excellent fielder, and he's not going to drop many of those chances.
Absolutely, yeah. Nosh, as many of the viewers may be knowing, plays for USA, and one of the safer pair of hands in the Mustangs team. So Mustangs are inching a comeback. They would like to keep it down. If they can get Jacobs, I think they would be very much back in the game. Your thoughts, Sai, on this?
Definitely, they've made the breakthrough right now. They've taken 4 wickets so far, but the danger man Jacobs is still here. They got the 2 guys who had a good partnership, Surjit and Dhruv, out. They have a new batsman and relatively new batsman, both of them to the crease now. St. Louis has about 5.5 overs left to go in the innings. And I still feel 180 is on the cards at the moment. Jacobs steps out, hits it straight down the ground. Adnan, it was a difficult chance for him, who did well to kind of get out of the way. Unni and Jacobs were the 2 guys who had a long partnership yesterday as well. So this is a danger pair as far as the Mustangs are concerned. So they'll be looking to break this partnership as soon as they can.
So rightfully, to put the pressure back in the batsman's mind, they have a slip right now. Adnan has been bowling well, but that was a very nice straight drive for 4 runs. Down to sweeper cover. A small misfield, but just for a single. JP Unikrishnan is the new batsman, taking strike for the first time. Very well bowled. Nosh picks it up at short extra cover. End of the over. $15 overs gone, 135 for 4, and 'bowling change, Ninad. He's a very smart cricketer. I've seen Ninad play in local leagues over here. A typical Mumbaikar, okay, who plays smart cricket. Mumbaikars are, they're very good at playing so much of cricket. They can read the batsman's mind, and he's a very good bowler, and he bowls mostly wicket to wicket, a little bit of off cutters and leg cutters mixed in between to keep the batsman guessing, and every once in a while sneaks in a slower one.
Definitely. He's got this conventional run up, bowls slow medium pace with off and leg cutters, bowls it up on the off stump. Obers drives it down to long off for a single. It'll be interesting to see now, with 5 overs left to go, what St. Louis would be looking at as their target. Again, I still feel 180 to 190 is definitely in play, given that it's the same 2 batters who put on a monstrous partnership yesterday.
I don't think Irving Mustangs would be happy with what you just said, Sai, because they want to break this partnership. My bet is that this partnership will be broken. So let's keep watching an intriguing last 5 overs.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see the tactics from both sides. Ninad did not bowl yesterday. This is something new out of Captain Nosh's playbook. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Unni pats it down into the vacant mid-wicket region, and the batters scamper through for a single.
So what Ninad did during the last year's exhibition games was he would get the vital breakthroughs, if you remember, during the MLC. So, his pace is kind of where it throws a little bit of doubt in the batsman's mind. Should I be hitting it? Should I be playing it? And he bowls good line and length. And again, that his stock ball is a slower one. That's what throws the batsman off.
Definitely, and also I don't think the batters have seen Ninad bowl so far, so they're a little circumspect when they approach his bowling. Unni late cuts the ball, takes it off just from outside of off stump, plays it down to third man and scamper through for a single.
Yeah, yesterday I was kind of surprised why Ninad was not bought into the attack, because we had a very successful run with him as far as very good fielding, down and long off, and an excellent throw. Excellent throw. I think it's Rohan Manekar, if I'm not mistaken. Rahman, probably, yeah. Rahman, one of the best fielders, not only for Irving Mustangs, but I would say for the country itself.
Definitely, Mihir did well to kind of backpedal and stop the ball from going over for extras. Unni slashes the ball through covers, goes in to sweep a cover for a single. That's the end of a very good over from Ninad, over number 16.
That was a magnificent over by Ninad. 16th over. Actually, if you recollect yesterday, what happened was yesterday from the 5th over to the 15th over, they really, Irving Mustangs did a phenomenal job. But things went down south for them from 16th over to the 20th over, right? So now this is the start of the 16th over, and they got in Ninad. So St. Louis like, okay, we know how Nosh bowls. We have seen Burt. Now this is good captaincy and good thinking by Nosh, not bringing himself in. Yet another bowling change, and let's see what this brings in. And this time it's Ryan Khan Patan. While we do that, I would like to quickly get a check on the score, please. 141 for 4 of how many overs? 16 overs done. This is the 17th over. Ryan Khan Patan, another very, very utility man, opens the innings, is a big hitter, and he bowls medium pace as well. A very, very clever bowler.
It's a very interesting move from Nosh. Instead of getting the bowlers who've already bowled and the batters have an idea of what to expect from the bowlers, he's bringing in new bowling from both ends at the end of the innings for St. Louis. Ryan Khan bowling from the north end now. He bowls medium pace. It'll be interesting to see how the batters try and counter him now.
It's hats off to him. He's he's thinking out of the box instead of just sticking with the traditional spinners of Ali Sheikh or Nosh, because these guys must have done their homework. St. Louis on Ali Sheikh and Nosh on these guys.
Definitely, I think this is a great move from Nosh, trying to mix things up, not give anything predictable to St. Louis. Oh, that was an excellent catch by Mihir, jumping full length to his right to take the catch, and Unni, who edged it, is now back to the pavilion.
What a magnificent catch! That was completely out of the world, and this should definitely be going into the highlights. One of the best catches, and I would be surprised if this one doesn't go into the ESPN. What a magnificent catch! Dived all, yes, and that was Ryan Khan Patan. Again, going back to the thinking of Nosh, bringing in Ninad and bringing in Ryan Khan Patan has thrown kind of a little bit of a monkey wrench into the plans of St. Louis Americans. You think, Sai?
Definitely, I think so, because they probably planned their innings. They probably did their homework on the bowling that came in, and they looked very prepared last night when they launched into the bowling attack in the last 5 overs. Now, with the last 5 overs of this innings, they have 2 new bowlers they have not seen so far, coming in and kind of, like you said, throwing a wrench. There's a new batsman in, Josh Kind. He's played under 19 for the U.S., under 21 for the U.S. It'll be interesting to see how he counters Ryan's bowling. Obviously, with only 4 overs left to go, they will have to kind of throw their bats at everything. We'll see how Ryan approaches this new challenge.
Yeah, so Joshua Kind, he was the under-19 captain, a very talented player from St. Louis. He's done really well in a lot of the youth tournaments, and he's graduated into the men's league. Also another prospect for the U.S. men's. Extremely talented, nice shot, clips it off his toes, down to deep mid-wicket, pick up a single. The game is back now, so Irving Mustangs have brought this game back into their bucket, because Ninad had a very good over, and Ryan Patan with a couple of dot balls and a magnificent catch, and we'll see what's in play.
I definitely think the Mustangs are not going to complain with dots and singles or even doubles. It's the boundaries that they'd be worried about. Ryan bowls it short and wide, and Obus puts it into the deep. Now that was slightly sloppy, backing up at the non-strikers, and the batsman scampered through for a second.
Yeah, it went for the second. Little bit of um, a wayward throw, and this is what happens. This is what T20 brings to the table. Magnificent shot, but in the air, right behind, just missed the fielder at long on, just missed it, and otherwise it would have been a catch. Nice shot, just cleared the long on fielder. Was that Rohan Manekar or was it Wakas? Wakas. Ryan Khan Patan. What has he got now? Very well bowled. That was clever thinking. He knew that he did not want to put it in the spot, and that's the over. Very good over. "17 overs gone, and sides 151 for 5." And I have a feeling that Irving are going to really take it from here. It's going to be a good last 3 overs, 18 balls. We'll see. Joshua Kind is a very good batsman as well. He can rotate the strike and give the strike back to Jacobus. And
3 overs left. St. Louis are 151 for the loss of 5 wickets. They'll be looking to at least get 180 to 190, while Irving will be very happy to restrict them to between 170 and 180. Overs place it into the covers. First ball from Ninad for the over, and the batsmen come back for a second run.
so interestingly, what Ninad has done is he's left the entire 30 yards inside the 30-yard circle for the batsman to find that gap. So what he's trying to do is that he wants him to play some unconventional shots.
Exactly. He's trying to get St. Louis to manufacture runs here. It's a very shrewd way of bowling. He's got just a sweeper cover on the boundary on the offside along with the long off. And then he has 3 fielders in the deep on the leg side with no one in the circle on the leg. And he's trying to bowl everything just at the off stump. Well, the batsmen are up to the challenge. Josh picks the ball up from outside off and hits it straight over the bowlers for 4 runs.
That was a very, very good shot by Joshua Kind. A talented young man, and he knew exactly what line and length notch. So again, as we all say that cricket is a wonderful game, but it's also a mental game. It's a chess game. What's going on right in the middle right now? Very well bowled. This time that's the slower one from Ninad. So a quick single. You got 4 fielders, 2 more balls, 4 fielders on the 30-yard circle on the offside. This time hits it in the air. I don't think it's going to reach the boundary. They'll pick up a double. Mustangs would not mind the double. They do not want to hear anything going over boundary line for either for a 4 or a 6.
It's the last ball of the over. Let's see what the Mustangs can do. Oh, it's short and outside off. Given a wide. That gives St. Louis one more ball to play this over. Ninad has been able to keep the batters quiet so far this over. Only one boundary off of it and a couple of doubles. And that's gone.
That's gone.
The one ball, that the last extra ball proves costly for St. Louis. The ball was straight on the stumps. Obus tries to pick it and deposit it over the boundary. Goes against the wind. Gets to the mid-wicket boundary where Ryan did not have to move much to take the catch.
Very well bowled. As I was mentioning earlier, Ninad is one of those bowlers who makes the batsman really, really think. The way he sets the field and the way he bowls, the batsman is always, if they are, looking at the field and the way the field is placed, it was on purpose, on design, that you had no fielder protecting the single on the leg side. And what you do is block all your fielders on the off side, bowl it on the off stump, and the batsman tries to play across the line. And when they play across the line, it's going to find one of those fielders on the leg side, and that's exactly what happened. And Ryan Khan Patan took a pretty straightforward catch. Very well bowled, clever bowling by Ninad. And they got rid of the danger man, who played a brilliant innings yesterday. So St. Louis slightly on the back foot. This was the time when they accelerated yesterday between the 16th over and the 20th over. And now this time it's the Irving Mustangs who are doing really well in the last few overs.
Definitely. Like you said, it's a game of cat and mouse. Lots of mind games being played. Irving realized that the overs 15 to 20 are where they have to make amends from yesterday. They come in with a new strategy of introducing new bowlers into the attack. It seems to be working so far. St. Louis are 162 for 6 at the end of 18 overs. Ryan comes back into the attack. Keeps it wicket to wicket, and the batsman just can only tuck the ball in to the inside the 30 yards to mid wicket on the leg side, and Irving restricts them to a single. Ball short again. The batsman Joshua Kine rocks back and pulls it to the leg side. It bounces just inside the boundary for 4. 2 balls down in the 19th over. St. Louis gets 5 runs so far. They'll be looking to try and get a few more runs this over, while the Mustangs are going to try and restrict them as much as possible. Slight change to the field. They're going to keep the square leg and mid-wicket fielders on the boundary.
And a short fine leg as well. And oh, that's a 6. Okay, correction. The previous one was a 6, not a 4.
Yep, that's good sportsmanship from the Mustangs. The fielder there rightly calling it a 6. Oh, slightly outside off on the full. The batsman tries to again try to put the ball over the boundary, over mid-wicket, gets an edge that flies over third man for a boundary.
Yeah, they're going to throw at everything, whatever they get. And this is one of those examples where he just threw the bat and he wanted to clear the mid-wicket on the long on fence. Got the edge and flew over the third man boundary. So he's asking there a little bit of movement behind the bowler's arm. Again, that was Another example of throwing the bat around down to deep third man, but makes a stop looking for the third. There's not one, and they pick up 2 runs.
Definitely. Again, St. Louis are at this point where they're going to throw their bats at everything. Another mishit that goes, it's similar to what happened the ball previous to this. Goes over the fielders on the circle, on the offside, and they come back for 2. That's in the air. Adnan trying to get under it. Well, sorry, that's Rahman. That's Ali, who takes a simple catch. That's the end of Joshua Kine's innings. He was trying to go for everything. This is the penultimate over.
If you look at the ball, Sai, that was very cleverly bowled. What he did was, what Ryan Khan Patan did was, he put it in that the slot for him to hit it, but the ball had a little bit of a swing as well, if you want to call it, and that did not give him the width what he is looking for. When he did not have the width, the ball went high up in the air, and it was a simple catch at deep mid wicket.
This is interesting tactics from the Mustangs. They've done this the previous over too, where they pack the circle on the offside, keep 3 fielders on the boundary. The batsman does the same thing again, back, similar delivery, similar result. Another catch to Ali Sheikh at deep mid wicket. That's 2 consecutive wickets off with a similar ball. It's very, very interesting to see the change in tactics from the Mustangs from yesterday. This time they got new bowlers to come in the last 5 overs. They packed the offside field inside the circle and put fielders on the boundary on the leg side, and looks like that's working because they've gotten 3 wickets so far to this exact ploy.
Let's do a quick score check for a second. So once again, the update is that we have a slight technical glitch in the scorecard, so we'll give you the 175 for 8 in 19 overs. This is the last over, and is this Ninad is going to continue. So what happened last year, I really remember well. During the exhibition games, Ninad was the guy who was getting those breakthroughs for Mustangs. So I was really surprised when Ninad did not bowl yesterday. And today, the moment he came in, he changed the complexion of the game. That's a 6. Beautiful shot.
Beautiful. This time the batsman smartens up, tries to play straight and on the offside instead of trying to heave the ball onto the leg side. And he gets a 6 for his efforts. So that's the first ball. St. Louis are 181 for 8 with 5 deliveries left in the over. Slight delay in the game. A ball comes in from the other ground. Let's see what Ninad can do for the remaining 5 balls of this over. Now that's the batsman tries to go over mid wicket, mistimes it. The ball lands right beyond cover's reach in the outfield, and the batsman scampered through for 2. So they're now 183 for 8 wickets with 4 deliveries left in this over. That's a slower delivery. The batsman tries to heave it over mid wicket. Ryan comes in and takes an easy catch. St. Louis now 9 down. Again, the ploy seems to be working. 3 balls left in the innings, 1 wicket left, and St. Louis at 183 for 9.
So if you see the difference, the score is almost same, like 184 yesterday, 183 today, but the momentum, the way the momentum has swung towards Mustangs. So when Mustangs go for the break, they have the momentum. They've taken the wickets, so their confidence is much higher when they go into bat. Yesterday, they had almost 70 runs scored in the last 4-5 overs. So when they came back into the hut before they went into bat, they were flat. So, but today I think it's going to be a completely a different ball game.
I agree. They're gonna come back at the innings break with a lot of confidence. Hopefully, they'll carry that into the next innings when Ryan and the other opener go out to bat.
Right arm, left arm combination. Thankfully, it's towards the end. Yeah, we got 2 more balls to go. 184 for 9. 2 more balls to go.
Excellent stumping.
That was the umpire was giving him out. There's a little bit of a discussion going on. Was it a caught behind? Yeah, it was a caught behind. I think there was an appeal for stumping and also a caught behind, but this straight umpire has given it out. Mustangs will take it, whether it's a stumping or a caught behind. Mustangs will take it. St. Louis Americans are all out. Is that what it is? Okay, so very similar score from yesterday, but momentum is with Irving. So definitely. So batsman out, caught behind. So the umpire has clarified. Thank you very much.
That was again an excellent take from me here. He was standing up to Ninad, took a sharp catch to get the innings, to bring the innings to a close. St. Louis at 184 for all out in 19.5 overs. Exactly, this is very similar to how the match played out yesterday, at least till the end of the first innings. But momentum now definitely with the Mustangs.
Thank you very much for those who are watching. Stay tuned for a cracker of a second half, and we are going for a break, a 20-minute break. We will be back at noon Central, 1 Eastern, and 10 Pacific. Thank you very much, and we really want to thank our sponsors, Toyota and Sling, for this wonderful minor league cricket. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Come back for a fabulous and cracker of a game.
Welcome to the second innings, folks. Great start there for the Mustangs. Ryan Khan Patan, 2 boundaries in the first over. Chasing a target of 184, 185 to win. What a beautiful cover drive. Just flew off his bat, looking extremely fluent. Great cover drive there again by Ryan Khan Patan. His 3rd boundary in the over, making his intentions known. Excellent batting there. That's the kind of start I'm sure the Mustangs were looking forward to. Again, chasing 184. This is the first over. Trivedi, former Rajasthan Royals, IPL fame, first-class cricketer who played for Saurashtra, played for Gujarat, has several standing records as far as bowling is concerned. Whitish ball, trying to alter his line, not trying to keep it away from the batsman, if you will. So, but not quite where he wanted it to land, and a white ball. So Ramesh, 184, pretty good target, pretty fast outfield. It's typical T20 cricket. McKinney is known to actually create opportunities for high-scoring games. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are the way Ryan has started. I think they just keep getting a couple of boundaries, rotating the strike. It's smart running, and I think it's a very doable target. We know the conditions, right? There's not much lateral movement from the pitch, so these 2 batsmen have the ability to hit through the line and take the game away. Just stitching together smart partnerships. I think that's the key, Shah.
A great observation, Ramesh. Absolutely. Fully aligned. I agree with you. Obviously a big target, but again, you're spot on. I mean, as far as the conditions, nothing extraordinary, right? And plus you got the wind factor, right? I mean, to take advantage of on one side of the field. The boundary about 65, 70 yards. Shouldn't really be hard as far as hitting, typical hitting on one side of the wicket, and that's exactly what Ryan was trying to take advantage of. Well, I also have another great local talent, all-rounder. In fact, set to go on a tour for the Masters Cricket USA to Canada. One of the key players, Mohsin. Mohsin, welcome. And what do you think, Mohsin, of the match situation here?
Actually, it looks pretty good so far. I think Irving Mustangs has started. That was the first over, correct? Shahzad, that was the first over.
First over.
So he got 3 boundaries. I think that's pretty good.
So over number 2, trying to get access to the score. Paris to start proceedings to over number 2. Looks like it's going to be left arm spin. Smart batting there by Waqas. Good move, trying to get a single, got a single, very comfortable, bringing Ryan back on strike. Ryan, again, very familiar with these conditions here. He does play in the league, although he is part of Team Canada, the current team. I mean, explosive batsman. Had a wonderful outing in the first sessions, 3 wickets, 2 catches. And, of course, here he is. Good, tucking that ball to short square leg. A very comfortable looking single, trying to see if he could actually get a second. There wasn't really a chance there. Ryan, again, plays in the league here for one of the top clubs. I mean, Irving Cricket Club, so he's very familiar with these conditions, and in fact, have a team member and a member of the EC of NTCA as well, Ijaz Haq. So Ijaz, I mean, obviously you have more information on Ryan and Waqas. They both play for your club. Could you talk a little about, their capabilities, what they can do, and, how they typically do in these conditions?
Thank you, Shah Saab. Again, as you mentioned about Ryan playing for Team Canada, playing locally recently for last few months, did extremely well a couple of weeks ago for this ball. Pretty good ball, straight to the third man fielder, short third. So Ryan played for last several months been playing in these conditions. He played a lot of exhibition games last year. Did pretty well. As far as Vakas goes, I'm going to let you know about him a little bit after this ball. Paris comes in, bowling Vakas. Cut. Oh. Ball went all the way to the boundary. 4 runs. There was a chance there. So Vakas, a little bit about him. He plays a lot of first-class cricket in Pakistan for Lahore Qalandar. He played the T20 final for Lahore Qalandar, same team which captained by Muhammad Hafiz. So he's a very accomplished first-class player. Very useful spinner, but bats top the order.
Great observation, Jazz, and not sure what was that all about. Very casual, late, cut there to third man. I mean, it looked like a setup. I mean, especially the previous ball, Wakas was attempting to play the same shot, if you will. Sort of a half chance, but you would have thought, he would be a little more guarded as far as trying to repeat that shot. But good bowling there. Credit to the bowler. He bowled to his field. He had a third man. He had a sort of whitish gully on the 30-yard, a point. So clearly bowling to his field, and that's incredibly important. As a bowler, try and actually bowl to your field. So great start there for St. Louis. That's the first wicket they were looking forward to. And Wakas, very unfortunate. I think he just spoke about potential capability. Accomplished player. Unfortunately, wasn't his day. Had a good first session, bowled pretty well, but there was a lot more expected as far as batting is concerned. But that's T20 for you, folks.
Shah, what exactly happened with this ball compared to the previous late cut was I think the ball stood up a little bit and it bounced a little bit more. And he had a half-hearted shot compared to the previous one. I think that was the difference. In T20, like you observed, you got to go be committed to whatever you want to do, right? And if you want to go for a shot, throw the kitchen sink at it, right? So I think that's where I think Vakas was half-hearted, and that showed. New batsman is
Trivedi, the second over, the first ball. Ryan trying to take a heave at it. Didn't quite connect. Went back to short fine leg. As noted earlier, he's played with the Royals, Rajasthan Royals. Trivedi, very accomplished player. I believe there are still a couple of standing records as far as IPL is concerned. The longest number of matches, and so great outing there as far as IPL. Obviously, the team relying heavily on him, his experience and expertise he brings as a bowler. Short and length ball, Ryan playing very comfortably towards point, backward point for a single. And the new batsman in, Raymond Durr, the current Team USA under-19 batsman, explosive batsman, brilliant fielder. Had a wonderful outing in the national tournament. In fact, was the best batsman in the national tournament under-19 that was held in Houston a couple of months ago. Extremely talented. So I'm sure he's looking forward to today's session.
Trivedi comes in, bowl Rahman. Played to the square leg for a single. So it's Josh, what do you think about the target? 182, pretty much the exact same score St. Louis scored yesterday in the first game and won that game comfortably. What do you think? What Lions need to do here?
I definitely wouldn't say. A huge hit there. The mid-wicket region for 6. A massive 6 there by Ryan. That's exactly what he's known for. Explosive batting. Has this ability to quickly read the line length and be able to take it on. Excellent start there. Beautiful 6. a little shorter in length. Ryan losing no time, quickly getting behind the ball and pulling it for a massive 6 in the mid-wicket region. A guarded back foot defense, pushing it, soft hands to short thirdman, comfortable single there. And he just back to your question. So I definitely wouldn't say it's easy, but a very achievable target. The reason I say that is, of course, the conditions. Pretty fast outfield, right? Matting, turf, AstroTurf, I'm sorry. Very predictable bounce, right? Not Rahman, watchful eyes, playing it back to the bowler. And with that, the conclusion of over number 3. And, of course, back to the point of the target, right? Right now, I think St. Louis, the confidence level is pretty high, obviously because of yesterday's game. Incidentally, it's about the same score as yesterday, 30 for the loss of 1 wicket. I think it's key, Jazz, that first 5-6 overs, right? Setting up a solid platform with some good score there, taking advantage of the power play and partnerships, right? Very achievable, but it's about also saving wickets, right? And being able to play some smart cricket, go after, the bad balls, take calculated risks. So a lot of ways, the fundamentals, right? But very capable Mustangs team.
I think great observations again. One, if Mustangs were about 85, 90 for the loss of, less than a couple of wickets, 2 wickets, I think they're in a great position to, accelerate in the end overs, right? And I think because conditions do not change much this time of the day anyways.
I agree, Ramesh. The conditions going to stay same. Pitch is going to be same. I think Ryan's innings is extremely important for Mustang. He needs to stay there for at least 10 overs. And I think if he stays 10 overs, it's going to be a lot easier for Mustangs to reach this target. So his innings, he extremely powerful batsman. He sees ball early. He has that extra moment, extra few seconds, and then on top of it, the power he has. So I guess the other batsman needs to bat around him and let him do his thing. Shazab.
Great points again, Ijaz. He seems to be seeing the ball pretty good, looks very confident with his approach. I think Rahman, all that he should be looking for, at least for the time being, is to try to put Ryan on strike, right? Get that single, put Ryan back on strike, let him do the damage. Some fielding changes here. A long leg, mid-wicket, whitish mid-on for Rahman. A short fine leg. And he got a mid-off, cover, point, backward point, short thirdman. Shortish ball, from outside the off stump. Rahman trying to cut it. The good thing is he's controlling that shot, keeping the ball down, not trying to play an aerial shot. He definitely wants to kind of keep or stay in control of that shot. Good ball, shot in length, tucked it very comfortably to short mid-wicket. And as I pointed out earlier on, that's definitely, in my opinion, the approach he should be taking in. Given that he just got it, obviously he's going to need an over or 2 to get his eyes set and support his partner the best way possible.
Absolutely. I think the key here is partnerships. And you do not have to go with blazing guns on both ends. I think one player needs to kind of, rotate the strike and give the strike to the bigger Ryan, who seems to be playing very sensibly as well. He's picking the right ball and the right bowler to go after, and also the right end, because all his boundaries and the 2 sixes, one of them being massive, where from the end which the wind carried, right? He's not trying to hit against the wind. which is pretty smart cricket in my opinion.
Paris once again comes in and bowling Rahman. Tucked it to the short mid wicket, trying to go for the two. Pretty good running between the wicket, between Rahman and Rayan. So it's a good start for Mustangs. So 2 more runs to the score, and it's the end of the over. Seems like one short. We don't know from which end, so got to take that single off the board. Three with Davies. The next is still the bowling his third over. Coming in bowling to Ryan. Short delay in the game. $35 for 1. Ball goes up into the air. Keeper is underneath. Oh, it was dropped. So 2 runs. That could be a very crucial drop for Mustangs. It was Rayan's catch and got dropped by the keeper. So this can be a crucial wicket. So 2 more to that score, 37 for 1.
The score 34 for 1. That was a skyer, and we thought wicketkeeper had gotten well beneath it, and at the last moment, because of the wind, kind of swerved. He didn't account for it, and that was an opportunity. Hopefully, I think St. Louis is thinking it shouldn't come back to bite them in the back. Trivedi continuing. Rahman there. I'm pretty sure Trivedi, based on the treatment in the last 2 overs by Ryan, you'd be preferring to bowl against Rahman there. But apparently not. Rahman, he became a left-handed Ryan and decided to take the charge and came down the wicket and hit him over long on for 6. There's no long on. The field, a flat 6. So Trivedi is a renowned bowler from IPL, played for Rajasthan Royals, and obviously today is not his day. So the fielder is being pushed back from mid-on to long on for this particular ball, and smartly defending on the front foot. Mustangs in a chase of 184. In the 5th over, they're 43 for the loss of 1 wicket. Trivedi again to Rahman. Nice drive on the rise, but straight to the fielder at extra cover in the circle.
Good start there by Rahman, and looking good, very compact, picking his balls to go after. A great shot, a beautiful cover drive, racing away to the boundary. 4 more runs to Rahman. Classic cover drive. A 6 and a 4. 10 runs off that over. And that concludes over number 5. Good start there for the Mustangs team. Exactly what the team, I'm sure, is probably looking forward to. And as one of my colleagues pointed out, it's about partnerships, keeping those wickets in hand, so they have a better chance at chasing the target. Our umpires for the match today, renowned international umpire Samir Banderkar, umpired in IPL, first class internationals, and of course here for U.S. international games as well. A local renowned talent. And of course with him, Parth. Again, based out of Dallas, lots of experience umpiring national, regional, conference type games, private tournaments. The score 47 for 1 of 5 overs, needing 138 more with 9 wickets in hand. Looks like we have a bowling change. The skipper, Jacobus, coming in, was extremely effective yesterday. You know, just gentle left arm, varies his pace and line. Tends to go a little flat, but smart bowler. Tries to read the batsman until the last second before delivering the ball. So the skipper, Jacobus, who, by the way, is also another big accomplished cricketer, 100-plus first-class games, having played for South Africa under 19, South Africa A. Good start. Pretty decent ball. Ryan getting behind the ball, pushing it for a single towards point. Very comfortable single. And that brings the left-hander Rahman on strike, facing Jacobus.
So the game looks pretty even, Steven, right now. Mustangs, after the first wicket, established these two guys. Rahman doing pretty well. So Jacobs coming in to bowl Rahman Dar. Comes in straight to the bowler. Good line and length, Jacobs. Changing the end now, coming in. Jacobs to Rahman. Again, a very good length ball played back to the bowler. So 2 straight dot balls. Jacobs to Rahman. Rahman comes out of the street and ball went straight to the cover fielder. So that was out of the frustration. 2 dot balls, pressure was on Rahman. He needed to stay on there. But a good length ball, pretty easy catch to the covers. 1 more wicket for St. Louis. Mustangs down 2 wickets. And then now there's the new batsman coming in.
So that's the second wicket to go towards mid-on. Didn't quite time it, mistimed it actually. Looked like he mistimed it, played it straight to short cover. Sure, that's exactly what St. Louis was looking forward to. Second wicket there. And Jacobus, again, doing the damage. Very smart bowler, using all his experience. Nothing special, bowling extremely smart. He tends to do that consistently. Leading by example is the skipper of the team, getting a very important wicket of Rahman. A foolish ball, the off stump. Ninad, the new batsman in. Trying to play it late and steer the ball to Thirdman. Didn't quite get a hold of the ball. nice looking cover drive straight to the fielder. The short cover. And that's the completion of over number 6. The score 48 for the loss of 2 wickets. The end of 6 overs. I think run rate wise, the Mustangs are doing pretty well, but it boils down to wickets. And I'm sure at this point, St. Louis is looking to get frequent breaks. And we do have a bowling change on the roadside end. Coming in place of Trivedi is that's Joshua Kind replacing Trivedi. Again, pretty good all-rounder. She got a long off, a long on, a mid-wicket, short fine leg, backward point, point, extra cover, sweeper. The shot and length ball outside the off stump. Ryan playing a nice looking square cut straight to the fielder. Slight misfield there, but a comfortable single. Ninad Nimbalkar, batsman on strike. Change in field. The deep backward point being brought in. And a short mid-wicket in place. More of a whitish mid-on. Beautiful looking square cut, but straight to the fielder. Excellent fielding there. Stopping that ball very comfortably. Excellent sharp fielding there with the fielder at point. A dot ball. That's exactly what St. Louis team is going to be looking forward to. More dot balls, wicket balls. Try and control the pace of the innings. Mustangs gotten off to a good start. Fortunately, not as great as far as the wickets. I mean, having lost 2 wickets in 6 overs. Sensible batting. This time for a similar ball. Short ball outside the off stump. Ninad waiting a touch second late. Steering it to the whitish third man area for a single. Bringing Ryan on strike. Joshua bowling his 4th ball, his first over. A 6. Beautiful shot there by Ryan Khan Patan. Good length delivery. Makes it look so easy. Felt like he had all the time to position himself, read the length, and smack it over the mid-wicket region for a 6. Great straight drive. Unfortunate, though, for the batsman. Hitting it straight to the stumps of the non-striker end. Could have been a potential boundary just by gauging the pace it had on the shot. Juicy half volley. Ryan reading that ball right away and playing it straight. A beautiful straight drive, but unfortunately hitting the stumps. Joshua bowling the 6th ball. Clever bowling. Very clever. A slower ball outside the off stump. Ryan committing a little too early. Missing. Didn't quite read the pace, right? The variation in pace and missing that ball, safely carrying into the keeper's hand.
Yeah, at the end of 7 overs, Mustangs are 56 for the loss of 2 wickets. Right when they started off, they needed about 9.2 runs in the chase. With the 2 wickets being lost and a little bit of momentum being gone, I think the required run rate is up to 10 at this point in time. Jacob is continuing from the other end. In the first over, it was an excellent over. He just gave away 1 run and he also took the wicket. He's bowling to the new batsman, Ninad. Slowish ball outside off stump, guided down to short third man for single. That brings Ryan on strike. Ryan is going at a strike rate of over 180. It's up to 36 with 3 big sixes. In a flat ball, outside off stump, inside edge down to short fine leg for single. Oh. I'm sorry, the umpire signaled a bye. Must have hit the wicketkeeper's pad and trickled away to fine leg. Flighted ball on the stumps, misfielded by the short extra cover fielder, gives Ninad a single. There's a sub wide ball outside off stump. The ball a loopy ball just wide of the tram lines. Ryan on strike. The short ball trying to cramp him for room down the leg side. Again a wide call by the umpire. It's a short flat ball on middle and leg, worked away for single to square leg. Very smart bowling here by Jacobus. Just bowling to his field. On off stump, Ninad tries to guide it, but straight to the short third man fielder, no run. A flighted ball, low full toss. Ninad taps it to long off for single, and that's the end of the over. The end of 8 overs. Irving Mustangs are 63 for 2 wickets. They need another 122 runs in 12 overs. The run rate is creeping up a little bit. Mustangs would probably want to start looking for runs a little bit more actively in the next few overs and set up a platform for the next set of batsmen to come in. Joshua continuing the next over. The first over, it went He bowled a decent first over, except for this 1-6 by Ryan. On strike, Ninad. Slightly outside off stump. Gets a healthy outside edge to third man for single. That brings the big hitting Ryan on strike. He's 37 of 22 balls with 3 sixes and 2 fours. Mustangs will want Ryan to stay and see them through. Oh, and beautiful shot, crossing the boundary line on long off by about 15 yards. And he made it look so effortless. He made it look like a front foot drive. It just carried for about 85 yards. Irving Mustangs need Ryan to continue his good form, but also stay for the next 5-6 overs. He's been the one batsman who's looked really fluent. And he shows that it's not all about clean hitting. He also shows a touch game this next ball, where he just taps it to backward point for single. Welcome back, Shah.
Spot on, Ramesh. I think it's just a classic case of caution, mixing caution with aggression. Good, sensible batting there, not just trying to go after every ball. Clearly seems to be reading the line, the length, with subtle variations. Smart batting. Joshua bowling in to Ninad. A nice, good delivery outside the off stump. Good carry, generating some good pace as well. Got a touch, little extra bounce. Ninad trying to play cover drive on the up, but that little extra bounce helped the bowler. Has been able to vary the ball. We definitely have seen that. So it'll be interesting to see what that next ball is going to be. Perhaps a slower one. Good, nice, flat, straight drive. More like a forehand tennis. Hit it flat batted. The skipper done a great job stopping that boundary. Signaling a boundary, a short ball outside the off stump, and Ryan wasting no time and latching on to that beautiful uppish drive towards the point cover region. Almost a 6, but the fielder signaling a boundary. With that, it's conclusion of over number 9. The score 76 for the loss of 2 wickets.
The last shot, that was a classic case of extremely smart batting mixed with aggression, because he didn't have much width to work with. He moved towards fine leg and gave himself width and slashed it. And as you said, the ball didn't travel above 7 or 8 feet in the air. It's astounding hitting by Ryan.
Sheer ability and talent, Ramesh. It's very hard to kind of generate that kind of speed It's the bat speed that definitely helps. And like I said, it almost carried for a 6. It was pretty flat. Great adjustment. Like you said, adjusted himself to move outside the leg stump and then slashed really hard for almost a 6. And we do have a bowling change. Murli coming in, replacing the skipper, Jacobus. A short ball. Ninad very comfortably pulling it towards mid-wicket. Murli had a decent outing yesterday. Didn't have a great first over, but he came back pretty strong by switching ends. Bowled a steady line and length. In fact, got a couple of wickets, if I recall correctly. And, of course, Ryan back on strike. Be interesting to see what that approach is going to be. The positive side of things, he's seeing the ball pretty good. Being able to watch for those odd, good deliveries, and then going after anything that's there to be hit. Nice looking square cut or a late cut to the backward point region, straight to the fielder. Ryan batting on 48 of 26 balls, almost at a 200 strike rate. Trying to steer that ball to backward point. Sort of a same ball, similar shot. Trying to place it a little away from the backward point fielder, but not quite successful. Again, back to the same fielder. Didn't quite control that shot. Playing it to backward point. Fielder in the 30-yard circle. Attempt for a run out, but Ryan was there comfortably. Quick single. Good running between the wickets. Good understanding between the two batsmen. I think it's a pretty smart approach, given that you're having to bat against the wind, not to take any chances. You do have the run rate. In fact, the run rate's definitely ahead of where it should be, at least from Mustangs' set of expectations, so there's no need to push. Ninad shuffling across, comfortably playing it towards short mid-wicket, given that the fielder was way deep. Enough room and time there for a double. Good running between the wickets. Good understanding between the two batsmen. Oh, and one shot signaled. Those are the things you try and avoid. Pretty basics. Got to make sure your bat is grounded. Shuffling way across the stumps, Ninad trying to improvise and steer that ball to Thirdman. But with the setup there, they already have a couple of fielders, short Thirdman and a backward point. So not sure how Ninad is actually reading the situation. Was hoping, I think, for the ball to be more on his pads so that he could shuffle across and play towards mid-wicket. And with that, it's the end of over number 10, and the score 79 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Yeah, so the last over, Murali bowled bowled to his field. He just gave away 3 runs. At this stage, at the halfway mark, Mustangs still need 106 runs in the remaining 10 overs. It's not a huge target, but they probably want to start picking up the run rate and picking the right end and the right bowler to go after. Ryan is on strike, facing Joshua is going to bowl his 3rd over. And Ryan is on 49 of 28 balls. I'm sure he's looking to take care of his landmark and then go on to score a big one for the Mustangs. Sorry, new bowler. So, that's his. Who's the new bowler? That's his 50.
50 up. 50 up, guys.
Who's the bowler? That's a new bowler. Paras has been introduced is bowling against the wind. Ryan, who hits another 6 and he reaches his 50, his landmark. Next ball, very smart batting.
Oh, no.
They were trying to go for 2. There's a collision and hopefully the fielders widish mid on, they're okay. One is getting up a little bit gingerly. You don't want to see any cricketer injured on the field. It seems to be all right. It's hobbling back to his spot at long on. That brings Ninad on strike to Paras. Left arm around the wicket. That's another single. They're looking for 2. I think they're going to be satisfied with 1. The score is 87 for 2 of 10.3. Three more balls on this over. He's already got a 6. Ryan. That's a wide ball down the leg stump. That's got to be bowled again. They need 97 runs in 9.5 overs. There's Ryan working the ball down to the fielder at deep mid wicket. That's just a single there. He's batting very smartly, picking the right end and the right ball to go after. And all his 6s have cleared the boundary by a good distance. As Ninad drives the ball to long off for single. One more ball left in the over. It's a 2. Beg your pardon, there's 2 more balls left in the over. Oh, there goes Ryan. What a shot that was. That's a 100-yard 6. And he made it look effortless. He picked the spot. There were 2 fielders. One at widest long on, another one at mid-wicket. And it didn't matter how many fielders were on the boundary line because, it cleared them by a good 30 meters. Shah, what do you think Mustangs need to do? They are about 90 runs away.
Practically nothing, Ramesh. I mean, they got a great momentum going with them, right? I mean, Ryan seems to be in great form, 63, batting on 63. Seems to be seeing the ball pretty good. He's picking his balls. I mean, for me, that's extremely important. 66? 6 sixers, I stand corrected. 63 and, with 6 sixers. So, to your question, Ramesh, I think he's seeing the ball good. I mean, Ninad should just be rotating strike, putting Ryan back on strike, and getting the runs. So, just keep doing what you're doing. Shuffling again, way across the off stump, playing that drive to point. Clearly, Ninad appears to be attempting with a certain mindset. I mean, some sort of a plan. Good news is he definitely understands the need for rotation. He's definitely doing that. 4 more runs. Didn't quite time it, but it's T20 cricket. Doesn't matter how the runs come. It's the scoreboard that needs to be ticking, I guess, from a Mustangs point of view. And that's 100 for the Mustangs. Great start here. Having lost 2 wickets, kind of had a slight break in momentum, but Ryan in no mood to change his approach or the way he is playing. Smart batting. A good full delivery outside the off stump, guiding it to point, getting a very comfortable single, bringing Ninad back on strike. The 12th over underway. A nice looking drive towards mid-wicket. That shuffling definitely helped, being able to tuck that ball towards mid-wicket. Getting a very comfortable single, rightfully trying to put Ryan back on strike. Short and length delivery outside the off stump. Ryan trying to slash, cut that ball hard. Didn't connect. Good collection there by the keeper. Smart bowling by Morley. Again, no man's land. Slashing it hard. Getting an edge off the bat. Ball flying to thirdman region for 4. It's one of those days where nothing can go wrong. And that's exactly what Ryan's going through. Score after 12 overs, 107 for the loss of 2 wickets. Needs 79, 78 in the next 8 overs. For the first time in 3 overs, as my colleague pointed out, run rate dropping below 10. So Joshua to continue his 3rd over. Nenad on strike. Skipper making some adjustments for the field. Pushing the third man to wideish. Backward point, the boundary line. Got a short third man. Point, cover, sweeper cover, long off. A white ball. Stand corrected. Pretty close. The ball drifting. Outside the off stump. Getting slight movement. Ball tending to move outwards. Got a long on. Square leg, deep square leg. To be specific. And a short fine leg. A white ball. Pretty close to the previous ball. But I think I see what Joshua is trying to do. Trying to keep it away from the batsman. Not trying to give him, any easy chances of converting to a boundary. Smart bowling, but not quite the line he's hoping to actually be able to accomplish.
Joshua was actually trying to play into Ninad's plan. Ninad has been moving across his stumps and, trying to work it on the offside. And there's maybe a catch that may prove to be crucial in the end stages. Ninad's trying to hit it over, covers, gets a leading edge, and the fielder does well to get there, but ultimately drops it, and they run 2. But back to the point, Ninad has been moving across to the stumps and converting white balls into legal deliveries, and Joshua has been trying to work on that, and Murali was doing the same thing a few overs earlier. He would just do well to rotate the strike and give it to Ryan. And again, he moves across the stumps. This time, oh, what a save at long on. That was a terrific piece of fielding by Luke. The ball was borne to the boundary line while he intervened, did a diving save and scooped it back and limited to just 2 runs. Excellent piece of fielding. Joshua continuing to Ninad. Again moves across the stumps. This time it tries to bowl a short ball but drifts down the leg side. That's a wide. Mustangs 113 for the loss of 2 wickets. The 13th over in progress. 3 balls left in the over. It's interesting that Ryan seems to make batting look so easy. He's going at over 200 strike rate sharp. Ninad is at about 76. Looks like we are playing 2 different games here. Ryan makes everybody look like that today.
Committing way too much there, Ninad. I mean, I think it's simply about getting back to basics. Rotate the strike. Your partner is in great form, seeing the ball great. It's prudent. It's smart cricket for him to kind of think of rotating strike and getting his partner back on the right end. But Ramesh, to your point, absolutely a treat to the eyes, and basically all the spectators here enjoying the quality, class of hitting from Ryan Kanpatan. A white ball again, pretty close, but super sensible bowling there, although it's a wide, and of course you have to control your extras. But I love the way Joshua's thinking here. As Ramesh pointed out, reading Ninad and what he's attempting to do, especially the shuffling piece, trying to distract him, right, unsettle him, if you will, with that variation. And Ninad falling prey to that. Just needs to be a little more patient. Good stop there, the fielder, the backward point, boundary region, slashing it hard, uppish, kind of an uppercut, if you will, and doing great. At the end of the day, saving a potential boundary. So, good 2 runs. Glad Ninad's been able to adjust his thought process, actually, more than, the shuffling and the batting, right? I mean, the ball obviously being outside the off. So this time leaning on the offside to try and play that uppercut shot. Good shot in length on his body, quickly getting onto his back foot, heading it hard towards the mid-wicket region. Comfortable 2 runs. And with that, it's conclusion of over number 13. 118 for the loss of 2 wickets. Great going for the Mustangs team. That's exactly what they were hoping for. The St. Louis team clearly have their task cut out. I'm sure it's wickets that they would be looking for at this time, this phase of the innings. And the skipper in a quick huddle with a couple of his colleagues. It'll be interesting to see if there are going to be any bowling changes on the south end of the wicket.
Yeah, wickets is the currency right now for St. Louis. Or alternately, they could try to keep Ryan away from strike, because Ryan has been going at over 200. He's got 72 of 36 balls with 5 fours and 6 sixes. And the run rate is a little less than 10. The run rate required at this point in time, 9.6 to be precise. 67 runs required in 7 overs. Uh, yeah, 67 runs in 42 balls. And so if they are able to get 2 or 3 overs, at about 5 or 6 runs and give away just 5, 6 runs each over, I think that'll do too. That's probably what the skipper was discussing with his colleagues. A bowling change again. And who's the bowler? Kaustubh has astounded everybody. First ball, bowling change, and he's gotten Ryan Khan Patan. And this was probably the impetus St. Louis needed. But all Irving Mustangs really need to do at this stage is they have a lot of wickets in hand. They just need to continue the good work done by Ryan, get singles and doubles and the odd boundary, and they're still home. The run rate is not that much. It's less than 10. It's controllable. And he walks back to standing applause from his team, Ryan. A beautiful innings. And it's just, he should have probably just waited for the new bowler to read what he was doing. But fantastic innings nevertheless.
Great observations, Ramesh, and very good, great points as well. Yeah, absolutely. A very important wicket for the Mustangs, right? Getting Ryan, who's been doing the bulk of scoring. So, very bad juncture, right? Especially during this phase of the innings, but not to take away from the bowler and the wicket keeper here. Excellent job here with the stumping. Very little margin, right? Of course, we can't really say how far out or how far in. Obviously, he was out, but for him, the speed I thought was very impressive. The keeper, quickly collecting the ball and just wiping off the bails, such quick time. And the fact that it was the first ball for the bowler, that's a very good ball to bowl. It's good. Again, a good ball. Playing an uppish on drive. No fielder there. Perhaps must have read that. Was safe. Comfortable single, bringing Ninad back on strike. Kaustubh, the new bowler. Good 2 balls bowled so far. Nice, good late cut. A single. And to your point earlier on, Ramesh, I think it will require some level of consolidation, but yet you have to keep pushing as well. You have to get that in a boundary or 2 each over, especially playing on the north end, right? So that's going to be key. Good. Again, steering the ball sensibly to third man, through away the fielding in. A little loose, sloppy fielding there, causing an overthrow, and luckily for the Mustangs, an extra run, so converting that into 2 runs. Good bowling so far. Very good bowling. Great line and length. Kaustubh, looks like a very young lad. It's amazing. The 3 balls that he's bowled, clearly showing a lot of maturity there. A wild heave, and the ball lobs, and a safe, easy, comfortable catch to the skipper there at mid-off for short cover. And that was Rohan. Does have a reputation of being very aggressive, had a very good shot innings yesterday. Didn't quite, or wasn't able to repeat that performance today. Didn't connect, sort of got a top edge, ball ballooning the air, stayed up there for quite some time, and ended up being a very comfortable catch for the skipper, short covers.
And Rohan also picked the wrong end to go after Kaustubh. Kaustubh is bowling with the wind, and he's just a new batsman who just came earlier this over. probably he could have settled a little bit more and then gone for his shots. And the asking rate is about 10 runs, right? So we don't Mustangs don't need to do anything out of the ordinary. They just need to play smart cricket, sensible cricket, and they should be home. They still have a lot of wickets in hand, Mustangs. They still have 6 wickets in hand with a deep batting lineup. Shanavas, so what do you think? You reckon Mustangs' chances are?
I mean, they do have pretty deep batting lineup, Ramesh. But again, it's about handling the pressure. That's where experience comes in. So, a nice looking shot, a cover drive by Ninad. And, of course, the loss of Rowan's wicket brought in Ali Sheikh, another brilliant young cricketer who's also, incidentally, part of the Team USA Under-19 squad. Very good all-rounder. Here's that opportunity for him to kind of show how capable he is. Potential-wise, absolutely no doubt. We've seen him single-handedly do damage to opposite sides, but it's about playing at the highest level. Playing at this level, being able to sort of consistently show that he belongs there. So it'll be interesting to see how Ali does. And of course, Ninad's well settled. Question is, will he, rather than taking an anchor role, take an aggressive approach, right? And with that said, we have a new left-arm bowler coming in from the south side. I'm sorry, the north side. Paris, the bowler, a left-arm spinner. So what's Ninad going to do?
Yeah, you rightly pointed out Ninad has had some time to bed in, but I think he should probably take the lead role. Ali Sheikh is yet to face a ball. That's some good running between the wickets. It's almost a mix-up mid-pitch, but nothing to worry about. It's interesting, St. Louis seems to have a battery of left-arm slow bowlers. I think this is the third left-arm spin bowler. They still need 60 runs in about almost 35 balls. So almost the run rate requires about 10, so it's not something which is insurmountable. And in 2020 these days, a run rate of 10 is pretty normal. He moves across the stumps. Next ball, which Ninad has been doing all day today, cuts the ball to deep point for single. I think Ninad may be missing a trick by moving across his off stump every single ball and giving the bowler an indication of what he's going to do.
I mean, I'm sure he's probably looking at it as, end of the day, I do need to rotate strike. But I sort of agree with you, Ramesh, and I also feel he's shuffling a touch too early, right? I mean, giving the bowler a chance to read and alter the length. Again, Ali trying to slash the ball, getting an top edge. Ball running away to third man, getting a single. But back to your point, Ramesh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that's the best approach, but the good news is he's still sort of able to rotate. I think he's waiting for that shorter ball outside the leg or on the stump so that he could steer it or pull it. There you go, and that's basically what I was thinking, but again, wasn't able to do that very effectively. I think he's trying to play it a little square because there's no deep square leg. So that's probably what he's thinking. But the bowler, bowling smart, I mean, not really falling to that plan, right? I mean, having his own plan, and that's good, smart cricket by the bowler.
It's all about, reading what your opponent is going to do. And, I think St. Louis's bowlers are seeing through Ninad's plan so far from whatever we have seen. As he moved across the stump to hit it to square leg, he wasn't able to free up his arms because the bowler bowled even wider. And Ali Sheikh is facing Paras. That's a fierce cut, but straight to the short extra cover fielder. Score is 128 for 4 at the end of 15 overs. They need 57 runs in 5 overs. It's about 11 and a half runs in an over at this stage. Again, I think probably no next couple of overs are going to be very crucial for Irving Mustangs, and they need to start taking a little bit of risk. With 6-7 wickets in hand, I would tend to think the word would go out for them to take a little more risk, and yeah. Kaustubh, who had an outstanding first over, is back. He just gave away 5 runs, but took 2 wickets, including that of Ryan. He's back, again. He moves across the stumps, Ninad, and that's his first boundary, and a much-needed boundary for Irving Mustangs. Yeah. So far, that's a much-needed boundary, and Ninad moves on for the first time, to 30 runs. He's been around for a while. He's about 100% strike rate, and I think this is the best launching pad for him right now.
He's definitely done his job, right? It's to go there, stabilize, help build a partnership, and he's definitely done a great job from that perspective. But like you said, we are at that stage of the innings, right? I mean, singles are great, but not the greatest. So you need to find a way to accelerate, look for boundaries, which he was able to do. A full toss ball. Try to kind of play it over the bowler's head. Didn't quite get a hold of it. And again, excellent bowling there by Kaustubh. Excellent bowling. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I can't really tell. Appears to be a very young lad, but the level of maturity, the way he's able to execute his plans, I mean, clearly stands out. I mean, that's very impressive. Bowling a very tight line and length. And I'm sure that's exactly what the skipper is looking for. It's a very good piece of bowling. Ali playing it straight to long off.
Good over again by Kaustubh. In T20, if you're going at about 6 or 7 and over, you have done an outstanding job as a bowler. Pretty young lad. Wiry, small guy, but it's extremely intelligent bowling so far. Ninad back on strike. I think it would do well to probably wait a little bit more before beginning to shuffle, because Kaustubh is beginning to take advantage of the early move. Just to wait a wee bit. Again, he moves and he scoops the ball, and beautiful boundary. Finally his plans are coming to fruition, and he moved across the stumps. The bowler followed him, tried to bowl wideish ball, but he still was able to scoop it over fine leg. He did an IPL shot.
Absolutely, Ramesh. Classic example of improvisation. Read it really well. Looked to be under solid control, right? I mean, playing that shot in 4 well-deserved runs. Oh, what a swing there. Beautiful shot, but not to take away from the fielder. Valiant effort there, trying to stop the boundary. Single-handed, trying to dive and stop the ball, but wasn't successful. But again, welcome runs for the Mustangs. 4 more runs. A nice-looking shot there by Ninad. Clearly showing signs of opening up, seeing the ball better, and going after the bowling now. Clearly has stepped up, right? I mean, trying to take the lead role, which was expected. Definitely delivering. Great job there by Ninad. And of course, with that, the end of over number 16, the score 142 for the loss of 4 wickets. 43 needed in the 4 overs remaining. Joshua, I believe, is on his 4th over. Ali on strike. Ali, again, a very capable batsman, a big hitter, has the ability to clear boundaries at ease. Long on, long off, sweeper, cover, square leg, mid wicket. Last minute swap here between the long on and mid wicket fielder. Got a point. The third man, whitish kind of gully. Got a short cover, short fine leg. Straight to the mid-wicket fielder. The skipper, again, doing a great job to position himself in the right place at the right time, taking a very comfortable catch. Ali not quite able to get hold of the ball. Intentions were right, but didn't quite time it. Ended up hitting it straight to mid-wicket. Caught, and that's the 5th wicket that the Mustangs lose. And the new batsman in. Is that Ajay? Ajay Masand. Again, another big hitter by reputation. But it's about standing there, delivering, trying to get that outcome more than reputation. So it'll be interesting to see how the team takes the next 3-4 overs, see if they can actually get to the target. But plans clearly at this point going in favor of St. Louis. Good setups. They've been taking their catches. Of course, they've had a couple of drops, but taking those crucial catches. Skipper leading from the front. Jacobs. Nenad on strike. Taking the lead role. Yeah. Got a long off wicket. Trying to swing it towards long on mid-wicket. Didn't quite connect. Good bowling there with Joshua. I mean, his traditional ball, I mean, he does generate some good pace. Getting good lift off the wicket as well. Good carry. Bowling well, especially given that this is the 17th over. Definitely bowling well. Beautiful shot there by Ninad. Seeing that gap between mid-wicket and long on. They did have a whitish mid-on fielder on the 30-yard, but hitting it enough in terms of the height, going over the fielder and between the gap there for 4 runs. Nicely played. Great shot by Ninad. 4 crucial runs for the Mustangs. Beautiful delivery there, incoming delivery. Nenad trying to steer the ball, but again, it's that bounce that Joshua is able to extract from the pitch. Touch higher, probably hit the seam. And a beautiful ball, a timely occasion. Straight shot, hitting it straight, flat batted shot there. A tennis forehand shot. 4 runs. Beautiful, flat batted drive. Didn't give a chance to the long on fielder to try and stop it. A beautiful 4 runs for Ninad there. Umpire wanting to make sure, inspecting the ball, because they'd crash into the concrete block, the long on region, just ensuring the ball is still in good shape. Joshua clearly seems to be unsettled, wanting to keep it away from Ninad, but just pushed it a little far too out, leading to a wide. Welcome extra runs for the Mustangs.
Ninad playing a perfectly paced innings. Is picking up and lifting Mustangs to where they need to go. The 2 boundaries in this over have given them the much needed relief. The scoring. Joshua's last ball, and this is driven to long off for single. Ninad keeps a strike, which is good for Mustangs. They are 151, 152. They need 33 runs in 3 overs, 11 runs, an over, 33 runs of 18 balls, still doable. They just need to keep their heads. Ajay is a new batsman in. He doesn't have too much time to settle in. So give Ninad the strike and keep going. There's not too much time to think, Shanavas.
I agree, Ramesh. It's a smart thing to do, right? I mean, obviously a new batsman hasn't quite had the time to get his eye in, and that's where you play smart as a batsman. Rotate, let your partner who has settled and shown great confidence, right, in terms of being able to score freely, so it makes sense. I think having Ninad on strike, the skipper on, bowling his 4th over, I believe. 3rd over, I stand corrected. 7 runs in 2 overs, incredible bowling. I mean, that's amazing. He's a very smart cricketer, a full package if you ask me. Obviously referring to Jacobus. I mean, thinker, good batsman, a terrific fielder, smart bowler, good leader as well. A wide ball. Bowler not quite happy with that call. End of the day, it's umpire's call. He's in the best position to make that decision. Ninad trying to hit it towards mid-wicket. Didn't quite connect. Did have an edge. Dropped in front of the keeper. Nice, good shot there, but in it to cover. A powerful hit. Fielder doing a great job stopping the ball, sending it back to the keeper, and that brings Ajay on strike, his first ball. Not bad for a first ball. Middled it, timed it great, played it towards wideish long off. That's a great sign. Very positive, establishing intent. Good batting there by Ajay. A beautiful shot there to the mid-wicket region. Oh, what a stop. What a stop there with the fielder. Diving, full-fledged dive there. Stopping it at the last minute. Would look like a clear, easy boundary. Full credit to the fielder there. Doing a great job in stopping that. A diving stop. stopping 3 crucial runs. And that's 50 runs, folks, for Ninad. Great innings there. Started off a little slow, but paced it beautifully. Batting really well. Excellent, well-made 50 runs. 2. Looks like it may be a comfortable 2. Yes, it is. 2 more runs. Ninad's trying to look for that gap. There's a big gap between the square leg and long on fielder, although the fielder now's a little more on the mid-wicket side rather than a typical square leg. But that's exactly what he's trying to do. Go for that gap. Good shot there, and that, I think, is a boundary. Waiting for the umpire's signal. I don't believe it was a 4. So 2 runs. Good batting again here, Ninad. That's the end of over number 18. The score, 24 runs required in 12. 2 overs to go. Heading towards a classic finish here. What will it be? This point could swing either way. It's obviously stopping the runs and maybe even getting wickets is what St. Louis would be looking forward to. But that's 24 runs needed for the Mustangs. They do have 5 wickets in hand. So interesting, heading towards a very good, thrilling finish. Deserving, thrilling finish for a good T20 game here at the McKinney Field in Dallas, Texas.
Absolutely, Shanavas. This is the kind of finish that is needed to kind of give minor league cricket an impetus and the momentum. We already have seen great momentum this last year in a lot of developments across the United States, and these kinds of finishes will bring more young cricketers and the average watch viewer to the field, and that's exactly what we need at this moment. So people who are watching this here in the Dallas area, we will be publishing the schedule on the websites. Highly encourage you to come out and watch in person. There's no substitute for watching these games in person. These are high quality games played by, and that brings Trivedi, an ex-IPL bowler, bowling the 19th over, and he bowls one down the leg side to Ajay. Starts off with a wide. 23 runs in 12 balls is the equation. And you see Jacobus, who's an ex-first class cricketer from South Africa. There's like a few. There's Wakas, who's played first class cricket in Pakistan. So there's a lot of high quality cricketers playing this cricket match. First ball tried again. Ajay, it's it down to cow corner, and they take an easy 2. It's good running between the wickets. 21 of 11 is the equation. 21 of 11, yeah. Wow. Just heading for a very, very thrilling finish. Siddharth Trivedi to Ajay Masant. And that's a shot. He tries to go it long on. Again, caught at the boundary line by the skipper Jacobus. What a game he's been having. The last couple of games, he's been astounding with the bat, with the ball, and in the field. He's not missed a single ball that's come to him in the field. Fantastic cricketer. This is not the right time for a wicket to fall for Irving Mustangs. 20 runs to go. Another 10 balls. Adnan is the new batsman for Mustangs. They crossed over. The ball was in the air. So Ninad should be on strike. 10 balls, 20 runs. 21 runs is the equation.
Back to Jacob is his point, Ramesh. I mean, incredible leader. I mean, I don't know, his ability to read situations, read. I mean, he's been there in all the right places, understands, the importance of, being, firstly, setting up a good field, and him personally, taking on the challenge, right? I mean, being in those crucial, critical positions. I mean, amazing cricketer, a full package. Such a delight watching him here in action.
Absolutely, right. It's the key point, like you observed, right? He puts himself in those difficult positions, and a couple of occasions I saw him switch with another fielder from another position, came and right the very next ball there was a catch. So his ability to read the game is incredible. Next ball, oh, and he tries the old heave ho. Ninad didn't connect very well. They take a single. Adnan Harun is the new batsman facing his first ball. Doesn't have time for niceties. 9 balls, 20 runs is the equation. He should either get a boundary or give Ninad the strike. Ninad is strike. Yep. Oh, what an incredible shot that was by Ninad. It's a low full toss. Those are never easy to put away. And he just flicked it over deep mid wicket for 6 runs. Perfect timing to get this going. Equation is 14 runs and 8 balls. Less than, it's about 11 runs. 10 and a half runs, which is not too bad in 2020. 14 and 8. The field is a deep mid wicket, a cow corner, and this ball is hit to long off. They come back for 2. That's some incredible running. Jacobus throws to the striker's end. That's the danger end. But Ninad is safely in. 12 and 7. Gosh, this is headed down to the last ball. This is a thriller. Jacobus has got 1 over left as the captain is really leading from the front. He wants to bowl the 20th over. Yep. So this is the last ball of Siddharth Trivedi's spell. Has been slightly off color today. That happens to any cricketer.
I agree, Ramesh. It's very hard. It's T20, especially in a lot of ways it's a batsman's game. So it's really hard. I sometimes feel it's a little unfair to the bowlers. Beautiful, incredible thinking there. But Ninad shuffling across what we were talking about earlier on. I mean, whether that's really the right approach, but it's paying off. Paying off in a big way. Shuffling across, converting that ball, playing it over the short fine leg fielder. 4 well-deserved runs. And, of course, now here we are to the last over of the innings. The equation being 8 runs required of 6 balls. What is it going to be? Thrilling finish, and it's been really exciting, very exciting for all the viewers watching the game. I'm sure you're enjoying watching the game as well. And Ramesh rightfully pointed out the skipper, Jacobus, coming in to bowl the 20th over. Very interesting to see what's going to happen. 6 balls, 8 runs.
Shah, the interesting thing is Jacobus has gone at 5.3 runs until now in a spell, which is like ridiculously economic for a T20 situation. So we need 8 runs. Mustangs need 8 runs to win. So it's going to be an extremely interesting setup between Jacobus and facing is Adnan, who's the new batsman.
Here you go, Ramesh. Lot of pressure here. You went for the commentators. Smart batting. 1 run there. Adnan doing the right thing. Giving it back to Ninad. 5 balls, 11 runs. Sorry, I stand corrected. I guess it's a pressure. Finally. Yep. We're human too, and so that's 5 balls, 7 runs. Is he going to shuffle again? Very unlucky for St. Louis there. The fielder, the mid-wicket, threw the ball, but it hit the edge of the concrete and obviously moved out, went out of control. But the fielder at point did a good job stopping it. Nevertheless, 2 runs, two important runs for the Mustangs from that ball. Get comfortable looking 2 runs. And that brings the equation to 3 balls, 3 runs. Ball a run. Can you believe it? 3 balls, 3 runs. Ninad on strike. What is it going to be? Can't wait. Can't wait.
What a perfectly paced inning so far. Ninad was going at 60-70 strike rate. Is up to 145 right now, Shah.
Amazing, amazing control there as far as the pace of his innings. Excellent batting by Ninad. Try to reverse sweep. Didn't quite connect. 2 balls, 2 runs. Got a single off that ball. 2 balls, 2 runs. Some changes there by the skipper. Brought in the mid-wicket. Bringing Adnan on strike. 2 balls, 2 runs. And yes, 2 runs, and the Irving Mustangs have done it. What a win, what a game. Beautiful, well-paced innings there. Incredible innings. Great comeback there for the Mustangs to get this one in their favor. Deserving win, but equally well played St. Louis team. Beautiful 2 days of cricket. Fantastic finish to day 2. Irving Mustangs winning by 4 wickets. Excellent batting there for both teams. And what a game of cricket it has been.
It's been an absolute live wire of a match. And what a game. I think, Shah, you and I were wrong. We said it's going to go down to the last ball. They finished with the ball to spare. Astounding innings by Ninad towards the end. After Ryan had given them a fantastic start. Win by 4 wickets. Ninad not out on 71 or 50 balls. He started off very circumspect, built his innings with singles and doubles, but as the match progressed and he was the main batsman left, he continued to plunder boundaries at will. And he also took a huge six of Siddharth Trivedi in the 19th over, which made a difference to the Irving Mustangs. It's been a fantastic game played in great spirits by both teams, St. Louis Americans and Irving Mustangs. And the teams are going around congratulating each other, good camaraderie, etc. This is Ramesh signing off. You all please make sure you come and watch in person for the next game to be held in Dallas.